All right, welcome back to the Knives Fast channel, guys. It is time for another review, but first say hello to Ren and Stimpy and Powder Toast Man and Login TV, and let's get started right here on the Knives Fast channel. If you are not subscribed, oh, so sad, but please subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you can know when we go live, when we have fun, when we do anything. So there you go. Now, this next knife is the Rosecraft Blades Pocket Monster, designed by Swags. There you go, Pocket Monster Blue Sully. Now, this one happens to come from my buddy Brian over at Blue Creek Knives. Thank you, Brian, so much. He sent this into the channel for me to review and give away, and we will be doing that. Now, there are 3 versions of this available on Blue Creek Knives. There is the Blue Pocket Monster, the Sully, for $54. There is the black and orange version for $53.99, and the red with the black blade version for $53.99. So we're all $54 basically. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do the specs off the top. I don't know because I'm sitting over here. That's why. And so this is a 2.75 inch AR RPM 9 drop point blade. We believe these are made by our friends at CJRB. Ceramic ball bearings for the pivot, neon purple anodized ambidextrous thumb stud, and also you can see a pivot cap there. And you've got, it's a liner lock, blue G10 handles, pivot collar, like I said, ambidextrous tip-up pocket clip, 3.85 closed, 6.6 overall. Designed by Savannah Swaggerty or Swags and imported from China. Now, really, really cool little knife. Did I say how much it weighed? No, because they don't have that on the listing. So we're going to do that real quick because I know people always like to know how much knives weigh in a review, of course. And so we're going to do that real quick. Here we go. 3.81 ounces. So very, very nice. Now, I will tell you guys, this is a very nice, fidgety little knife. Now, you've got blue here. You've got that neon purplish pink here on both of these with the black hardware and the black pivot. It is a tip-up almost all the way to the end of the knife clip that goes on both sides. And, of course, you have jimping back here for the front flipper. Now, I can front flip it. I would say, guys, be careful. I cut myself twice by going through that habitual thing I do of pushing this, and I just kind of cut myself. Just don't do that. Just let the knife easily come down past the, by the way, you have to get past that, that detent, which is right about there. But once you're past that, it just comes on down. But it is a dropper, and it is very sharp. This guy is a very, very thin blade. Look at that. Very thin stock, and you have where it's swedged here. Now, it is a very short blade, as we talked about. You do have the swedge. You have the stonewash finish. Very cool. Now, it is a cutter, guys. I'm telling you, Brian from Blue Creek did this thing on his best meter, and he says the sharpest production knife he's tested yet. It is sharp. Now, it's not, again, it's just not a very big blade, but you see, it doesn't have any problem, and it would be a great little utility blade in that way. Now, lockup, you have, man, that's close to 50%. It's a very thin lock bar, but it's not a problem. You do have good access to the lock bar. I've heard some people say they don't like the lock bar being thin because it kind of hurts to open the lock bar. I don't really have that issue. I don't really see that. Again, thumb stud's really good. I can middle finger flick it with the thumb studs as well. It's just a 4-finger knife back here, not super comfortably. I'm kind of hanging off. But if you come up here, it's definitely a 4-finger knife. Feels really good in the hand. Cuts really well. Awesome, awesome. And yeah, you've got the texture on the G10 here. Everything is chamfered off well. You do have full liners. And there is no weight relief inside, but again, as you saw, wasn't a big deal. You do have a blue G10 backspacer as well. So let's do our preferably cardboardless comparisons here. Rosecraft box goes up there. All right, so we will do our Ontario Rat 1, which is going to be huge compared to this thing. There you go. And our Ontario Rat 2, which is going to be a little bigger as well. So you can see this is a very small knife. There you go. So really interesting offering. Now, I also reviewed, you can look these up on my channel, the Alenta and the Little Chunk. Those are both available on the KnivesFAST channel. So check those out as far as the reviews. Now, these knives, the Pocket Monster are available on Blue Creek Knives. You guys know Brian is the man, and he is hilarious. He will tell you he's boring and has no personality, but he's dead wrong. He is a really cool dude. So really excellent. Again, a little utility knife. You can see the great stonewash up here. Oh, by the way, we forgot to talk about this. There is some billboarding on these. You have Rosecraft there. You have Swag's logo pretty large here, and you have the model number there. I'm not sure it's a big deal on this little knife, but again, I would prefer not to have as much. The jimping is in a good spot for the size of knife, because you're not really going to choke up here where the swedging is anyway. Now, lockup, really good. There's no blade play, no lock rock. This one is off to the show side slightly, as you can see, but not a huge deal. Again, it does want to drop and go home, and it is very thin and very sharp. So be careful with that. Again, you saw it cut. It definitely cuts very much so. I enjoyed carrying this one, and I can't wait to give it away on a live stream. So, yep. By the time you see this video, it may have already been given away. You never know. It's hard to say on this channel. I'm always giving stuff away, and thanks to Brian from Blue Creek Knives. Now, if you go over to Blue Creek, guys, please understand you should use the link down in my description. That fulfills two purposes. It's www.bluecreekknives.com/KnivesFAST, and that will immediately populate if you check out the code KnivesFAST for you to get 10% off. And then it also gives a little bit back to the channel. And that's good because it helps me to be able to buy knives, to review, give away, whatever. So really, really appreciate that, guys. So that's it for this one. The Pocket Monster from Rosecraft Blades, designed by Swags. So there you go. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know, is this one you'd put in your fifth pocket or not? Because that's where I see it. It's a small knife, good for that. And guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Give me a thumbs up and a comment, and thank you so much for watching the KnivesFAST channel.